Hey everyone, today I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends, Marvel Studios Infinity Saga, Iron Man Mark III from Iron Man. First, taking a look at the packaging, you see there's an open window right here that displays this beautiful figure and all of its accessories. It says Marvel Studios right there, it says the Infinity Saga, it says Iron Man Mark III, Avengers logo right there, Iron Man text right there. On this side, you got this beautiful artwork right here. You got the same artwork on the other. Well, actually, it's not the same artwork. It's actually different. The only characters that are the same over here is Captain America. Yeah, it's the only characters that's the same as Captain America, Thor, and Sam Wilson, and the Hulk. That's the only characters that are really the same over on each side. On the back, got this beautiful Iron Man poster right here. If you don't know, Iron Man is my favorite MCU movie, so I'm really happy to have this figure. And on the top, you just got Iron Man right there, Iron Man Mark III. You got this like Infinity Saga dust right there. On the bottom, it's just words and a barcode. And that is it for the packaging. So yes, I'm gonna hurry up and get this guy open because I'm really excited. So this is everything the figure comes with, including 2 heads. Comes with 2 pairs of hands, fisted hands and open hands. With the open hands right here. I really like that they painted this right here in white. I think it is a bit, it's a bit more cleaner on this hand. I really like that they painted that right there. I'm not really upset that didn't come with any blast effects, because honestly, I just think that the blast effects that you usually get with figures look a bit too cartoonish for me, so I usually display those with my comic book Iron Mans. But yeah, I really like these. I really like the color red that they used on them. It looks really good. The fisted hands also look really good as well. Yeah, really like the color that they use with these. It also comes with this thing which just attaches to the forearm. Here, just attaches right there. And also the missiles right here look really good. Really like that. Nice clean paint that attaches right here as well. And also the shield thing. It looks good as well. I like the gunmetal, get gray paint in the middle. It attaches right there. Yeah, so good amount of accessories with this figure. Yeah, I really like the accessories on this figure. Taking a look at the Robert Downey Jr. on the mask, head sculpt. Looks really nice. I think this looks like Robert Downey Jr. really well. It captures his facial features really nicely. And I just love the sculpt of this head sculpt in general. I like the mustache right there, the goatee. And the gold paint right here and white paint looks pretty clean. Some more detail around there. Popping that off and putting on the masked head sculpt. That's really tight to get on there. Yeah, I like this one too. It has a lot of this leftover glue on mine though. Yeah. Also, if you didn't know, I mean you wouldn't know this, but I actually traded in the one that I showed in that in the toy haul video. I actually traded that one in for this one because the one I had a very the torso joint didn't actually move very well. Every time it wouldn't actually go farther than this, because every time I tried to push it farther, it just popped right back into place. But the one that I have now works perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But moving back to this head sculpt, the gold paint is pretty clean. The gunmetal gray right there for the little mouth looks good as well. The white paint looks good. The only thing I don't like about this is all the leftover glue on it. But it still is a pretty good head sculpt. Measuring Iron Man out. Why do I keep saying measuring out? Measuring this Iron Man, seeing how tall he is. Looks to me he stands at about 6 3/4 inches tall. And I apologize if you hear any barking because our neighbor's dogs just won't shut the fuck up. I mean, seriously, what are you barking at? A damn squirrel? Taking a look at this figure's details, and it's so good. It's such a good looking figure. I love the gunmetal gray paint right here. You got some more gunmetal right there. I guess to reference these things, it looks so good. The shoulder pad right here is actually a rubbery plastic, so when you lift the arm up, it moves out of the way for it. If you do leave it right here, which I left it on the shelf in a blasting pose for about a week, and it did actually kind of get stuck there right there, but all I had to do was just put a hairdryer in, and it went back down. But it is rubber right there. It is attached to the shoulder. You can see that right there. So when you rotate it around, it rotates around with it. It kind of scares me because of that clicking noise. Got some gold paint right here. Not the cleanest though. And yeah, you do have the pinless joints. I don't know why people go crazy over the pinless joints, because that's why I didn't really mention it in this guy's review, because it does have pinless joints, but I don't really care that much to actually like mention it. But I mean, figures had pinless joints way before Hasbro started doing it. I just don't know why people are going so crazy over it. And then when they release a figure that doesn't have pinless joints, well, a new sculpt that doesn't have pinless joints, people just get angry. It doesn't really matter if a figure. It doesn't really matter to me if a figure has pins or if it's pinless. It doesn't really matter to me. But moving on, there's some gold paint going along here. And the arc reactor, oh, it looks so good with that white paint around it. And I think the middle of it is a tampo. There is some gold right here with some lines going all the way down connecting here, which it doesn't actually match when you have it in the light. But when I have it over here where there's not a bunch of light shining on it, yeah, it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, in the light you can definitely tell that it's different colored plastics here. But there is some sculpted lines in here going along it. Right here you got some more detail right there. The gold right here on the leg is so clean right here, clean going along here. Gunmetal gray right there. There's a pin right here, which I guess that is made for a detail, which it looks nice. I like that. And then you got some gold right here on the knee pad. Some more of that sculpted lines going down here around the shin, or the side of the shin. I got some gunmetal gray paint right here. Yeah, figure just looks really good. The back looks good as well. See right there, some more of that clean paint, some more gunmetal right there, some lines right here, simulating vents, I think. Yeah, more of that detail right here along the joints. And these things right here, I guess is brakes. What I'm thinking they are. Yeah, it looks really love the look of this figure. For some size comparisons, yes, bring out all the Iron Mans, everyone. Here it is next to the Tony Stark AI Iron Man and the modular Iron Man. Here it is next to Invincible Iron Man and the AIM Scientist Supreme. For some MCU comparisons, here it is next to Fat Thor. Get your ass over here. Here it is next to Fat Thor and Scarlet Witch. The Toy Haul Part 2. That continues from my birthday toy haul, will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. I got a lot more figures, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys what I got. And of course, here is next to Masterpiece Jazz and a less articulated 6-inch Iron Man figure. For the articulation on this guy, there is a dumbbell joint up at the head, but he can't even look up that far, and there is a huge gap right here. I don't like the way that they designed this. You see right here? I wish it was a ball and hinge, just like some of the other Iron Mans have. But there is this sculpted bit right here that doesn't allow the dumbbell joint to actually go further back, which is annoying to me because Iron Man has to be able to look up so he can fly. But if you use the torso joint, he can't even still look up that much. So you have to use the legs to do that, allow him to look up forward just slightly. But I hate that. That actually bothers me a lot. That's really the only big issue I have with this figure. It's just the way to design that. Moving on, he can look down that far. You get some head tiltage, and can rotate around 360. Like I mentioned before, hinge at the shoulder. Elbow pad moves up with it. Can rotate around 360. Bicep rotation, double bend at the elbow. You gotta kind of be careful with that because that can chip the paint if you do it too roughly. Wrist rotation, wrist can hinge in and not really out that much due to this plate right here. Ball joint at the mid-torso, can crunch forward that much, crunch back that much, and can go way, ooh, look at that. Can go side to side a lot and can rotate around 360. Well, I guess it can, but it kind of gets stuck right here. And I want to be careful of that because I can actually chip the paint if I'm not careful enough. There is a drop down hip, but it doesn't really even do that much because this is how forward it can go without it. Had the burp there almost. And this is how much it can go with it. It can only go just a little bit. I guess you can get to 90 with it, but it doesn't really do that much. In back, not that much either. And not even, it doesn't even do anything without because you physically can't. So, yeah. So, technically the drop down joints is just kind of useless and those can get loose over time. So, you know, thigh rotation, double bend at the knee. Foot can rotate around 360. Well, not 360 because these things are in our way. Hinge at the foot can go up that far, down that far, and you do got surprisingly good ankle pivot, even though this is in the waist, but that is kind of a soft piece, so you can get some good poses out of this guy. It just really sucks that that there's a dumbbell joint up there, not a ball and hinge. So overall, oh my god, I fucking love this figure. It's so good. I love the detailing. The articulation is pretty good as well. It's just, the accessories are nice as well. But $30 though, Hasbro. $30. At least that's what I paid for it at GameStop. I mean, for the painting and sculpting and it being new sculpt and all the accessories you get, I guess I can do 26, but not $30 though. Not $30, and maybe it could have came with a little bit more accessories than that. Maybe some blast effects, even though I said I didn't really need the blast effects, I know. But, yeah, maybe just a bit more accessories and I can do it. But, yeah, the only thing I really don't like is just, why am I pointing with that? It's just I don't like the dumbbell joint up there. And also, maybe it could have came with an unmasked, like a fully unmasked Robert Downey Jr. head, so it can work a bit more with this accessory. Because he actually did not look like this in the movie. He didn't have a helmet on when he was fighting the Ironmonger. At least at the ending, at the end of the movie. I need to get that Ironmonger as well to go along with this. But $78, I don't know if I can do that. But anyway, that's it for this. Oh, I didn't even get this figure score. Figure gets a 10 out of 10. That's it. 10 out of 10. Anyway, that's it for this review. I see you next time. Bye.